Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with the DRFBets race of the day for Thursday, April the 18th. Race number 8 at Keeneland. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. It's an entry-level allowance race for 4-year-olds and up. Remember the money back promo this month for DRFBets race of the day viewers. Bet $7 to win on any race of the day this month, and if your horse runs second or third, you get your money back. Learn more at promos.drf.com. Let's meet the field for Thursday's race of the day, and of course you can access free formulator past performances for this event on the race of the day event page at drf.com. Download them, handicap along with me. We'll take the field in post position order, beginning with the number 1, Corfu, who has only raced once previously on turf, and that was a better than expected effort in the William Walker Stakes last year. He was 62 to 1. He finished 4th. It was a decent performance. I'm just not really sure where he fits from a class level right now. His most recent win came in a conditioned $25,000 claimer over the summer over the synthetic surface at Presque Isle Downs. He is returning off of a lengthy layoff, and I wonder if he's just prepping for the Presque Isle meet. It seems like he likes the synthetic surface. He does have a bit of early speed. The number 2 is Own A Mowbe, and if you're not thrilled with any of the turf horses in this race, you might want to consider this Brian Lynch-trained son of Into Mischief, because he has a gigantic turf pedigree. This dam was unraced on the turf, but she's a half to Man from Wicklow, a Grade 1 stakes winner on the turf, and Wild Heart Dancing, a Grade 2 stakes winner on the turf. Own A Mowbe recently won his maiden over a sloppy track at Aqueduct. Now he's trying turf for the first time. I have a feeling this horse is really going to appreciate the surface. It'll be interesting what price he goes off at on Thursday. The number 3 is Master Guns, and Master Guns' first 2 starts sprinting on the turf were both good, including a runner-up effort over yielding turf during the Keeneland fall meet, which is why it was curious the trainer Mac Robertson decided to run this horse at his Oaklawn base, where there is no turf course for all 3 of his starts in 2019. And while the horse wasn't embarrassed 2 starts back, he didn't really run well in any of those dirt efforts. I think he is a turf horse. I think he is getting back to what he wants to do, and that is sprinting on the turf. He is just going to need some pace up front because he's cutting back significantly from a mile, and I wonder if that's going to sap some of his early speed. He's more of a closer and a stalker anyway. But consider Master Guns. His form is completely dirtied up because his last 3 races were on a surface that he doesn't appreciate. The number 4 is Fooch, and you're going to know Fooch early. He's one of those typical speedballs trained by Wesley Ward. 2 starts back, he went fast early in a $40,000 claiming race at Belmont, and he just destroyed that field, winning by 7.5 lengths with an 87 Beyer speed figure. I didn't love the field he beat that day. He came back against winners at Keeneland 13 days later. Might have been a little bit too quick back, A, and B, he just caught a yielding turf course that he didn't have to love. He showed speed, he tired. Master Guns was able to rally and finish ahead of him. Fooch deserves a mulligan for that race. He has been freshened by Ward, and I would expect this horse to show good speed yet again. The 5 is Get Western, and Get Western has done most of his damage going longer, which makes me wonder if trainer Charlie Lopresti is using this sprint race off the layoff as merely a prep. Then again, during the Keeneland Spring meet in 2018, Lopresti and jockey Julien Leparoux teamed up with a horse named In Charge of Me, who returned off a 239-day layoff to win at odds of 39 to 1. Clearly, this barn can fire off a 6-month layoff or greater. This horse ran in the Franklin Simpson Stakes last time out at Kentucky Downs. He was not embarrassed. He was simply overmatched by horses like Majestic Dunhill, who came back to win the City of Laurel Stakes on dirt with an 87 Beyer speed figure. This horse has shown good route speed. He probably is not quick enough to keep up with these horses going 5.5, but I'm really interested to see what we get from him here. Maybe if not here, then next time out on the stretch out. But he does fit with these horses, I think, from a class perspective, and I do respect Lopresti off the bench. Cape Rosso is next, and Cape Rosso looked like he was on his way after he won his maiden back in February 8th of 2018. 80 Beyer speed figure. Looked like he was finally figuring the game out, and then he disappeared for over a year. Obviously, some sort of injury. He came back off the layoff, and he was actually bet to 5 to 1 against fellow Louisiana breds, and he did not have a clean trip. So that race doesn't prove to me whether Cape Rosso can run or not anymore, because he did have some legitimate trouble. He's now running, obviously, second off the layoff. He has had success second off the layoff in the past. I just need Caproso to prove that he still has the ability he showed when beating those maidens 2 starts back. We'll move on to Secondi, and Secondi is another horse coming off of a layoff, running in a sprint race. He has done most of his work going long in his career, and this could simply be a prep. From a class standpoint, this horse fits in a race like this. Like Get Western, he has shown middle distance speed, which probably does not translate to this shorter distance, but perhaps Secondi can come with a late run, and you know he's going to be a big price for low profile connections. The number 8 is Get Your Mind Right, and Get Your Mind Right won on synthetic last time out, and he did so in speedy fashion, and he was also very game in the stretch. He also beat 3 next out winners that day, so that race was live. His only prior start on turf you could probably throw out. It was going a mile against stakes class horses at Tampa Bay Downs, where he was simply dismissed at 49-1. If you're looking for a 4-year-old with some upside potential, Get Your Mind Right might be the right one. Milk Chocolate last time out missed the break, and that's been a problem throughout this horse's career. And going 5.5 furlongs on turf, you really don't have a lot of margin for error. So Milk Chocolate's going to have to figure out the break really quickly. But he was 7-2 in his most recent start against allowanced horses at the fairgrounds. He always seems to get bet in his races, and he's hit the board in 5 of 6 starts. This is a horse that has shown speed when he gets out of the gate. The question is, can you trust him to do so on Thursday? Hugh B is next, and he's been around for a while. This 5-year-old will be making his 39th lifetime start, coming off a good second-place finish at Turfway Park, where he showed some solid speed into some fast fractions and then ended up finishing second. The problem is that race was a $5,000 starter allowance, a far cry from this now winners of one other than condition on the turf. He is 0 for 3 lifetime on the grass surface, and I'm just not sure Hugh B classes up with this field. I feel the same way about his next-door neighbor, G19, who was just beaten in a 7,500 non-winner of 2 life at Turfway Park. He has raced 7 times previously on the turf without much success. Last time out, the 3rd-place finisher came back to run second with a 50 Beyer speed figure in a $5,000 non-winner of 2 life on dirt. So that kind of shows where G19's been racing, and he's going to be racing against some better horses in this spot. Next is King of Candy, whose lone win came at 78-1, and he's just been stuck in this condition for now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 races in a row. He's been stuck in the non-winners of one other than condition. He's been running mostly in route races. Last time out, they cut him back to a sprint. He was far back early. He came with a run. Tough outside post here, gonna need some pace help. I wonder if he's even the best closer in the race. Maybe he's a horse you consider on the bottom of exotic wagers. It really is a tough race because you've got horses stepping up in class, horses switching surfaces, and horses returning off lengthy layoffs. Let's take a look at my top selection in this race. This race is a spread race for me. I landed on the 5 Get Western. I liked his race in that Franklin Simpson, but that was at 6.5, and this long layoff worries me again. I wonder if Lopresti is going to stretch this horse out and he'll be better next time out. But I have to use him based on the string of 80 Beyer speed figures he earned as a 3-year-old during the spring and summer of 2018. And I just think he fits with these horses. If he can stay within range turning into the lane, I expect a good effort. But in multiple race wagers, I want to use 4 horses. This just looks like a spread. Get Western the 5. Secondi would be sort of a deep backup in multis. He is a horse also cutting back in distance that might use this race as a prep, but he's going to be a big price. Master Guns getting back to his best surface, and Fooch seem more logical. 5, 7, 3, and 4, maybe 3, 4, 5 as A's in multiple race wagers, and the 7 a deep backup. Fun race, the 8th at Keeneland on Thursday. It's your DRFBets race of the day. Remember, if you bet $7 to win on any race of the day this month by utilizing bets.drf.com or the DRFBets iPhone app, and your horse runs second or third, well, you get your money back. Learn more at promos.drf.com. Approximate post time for the 8th at Keeneland on Thursday, 4:57 Eastern. Good luck.